Shalom, 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 shalom. First and foremost, we give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, Yahweh is who he really called God, or Jehovah. Yahweh mean he is, he exists. And Yahushai is who he really called Jesus Christ. Yahushai mean he saves, he delivers. And double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, and salutation to all our keeping that spiritual and truth. Uncle the Raw, we can let to third on Kwame Astrala. This is your brother coming out from GMS Miami Camp. I'm going to title this. We one more step closer to the MOT to the B. The MOT to the B is the mark of the beast, and the mark of the beast is the RFID chip. All right, that's going to be implemented and forced upon the people. All right, as in a life or death situation. All right, so let's get into it with this digital ID video from GMS Watchmen.
Step for full-scale digital ID just took place. Apple has announced that their iPhone will now have digital ID. What does this mean? The Apple iPhone digital ID is just going to be a digital representation of your U.S. passport. Let me take you through it. So with Apple's iPhone, you would essentially load on your U.S. passport into the wallet app.
Mark of the Beast is going to have all your personal info, as in social, your medical, your passport, your money, everything, like a wallet. It's going to be, like I said, it's a digital wallet or digital social document ID. All your information that you need in this current system is going to be in that chip. Are able to access, get food, access gyms, your house, your bank account. All right, you're going to need this chip. So this is the precursor.
Will also be accessible on your Apple Watch. This basically allows U.S. passport holders to create digital identity credential based on your passport information. So this is a digital identity credential. It's not yet going to be connected to all that you are, all the info data, your history, your financial transactions yet. This is just a digital credential based on your passport info. But again, it's another major step towards the coming control grid. When users actually do this, iPhone users do this, step one is you're going to scan your passport photo page, and that's also going to read the embedded microchip in your passport. If you didn't know already, there's an embedded microchip in every US passport. The second step is it'll give you a facial scan. So your biometric authentication. It's going to scan your face from different angles. It's going to require you to do different head movements. This is the step of collecting biometric data, giving it to a private company like Apple. Users then can present their digital ID at in-person checkpoints, for example, over 250 US airports. Right now, it's only for domestic travel, not international. If you do international, you are required to have your physical passport in hand. So the digital ID on the Apple iPhone, they say it's encrypted and it's just stored on your device. Apple says that they cannot see when or where your ID is being...
You don't trust Satan, all right? We're not ignorant of Satan's devices, all right? So he can't take advantage of us. I said it backwards, at least Satan take advantage of us. So we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, all right? So we know he's gonna be able to track you. He's gonna say, this is devil. He's a deceiver. He's a liar that the Bible speaks of. So you can't trust him.
Used. Again, that's their claim, but how often do we trust what tech companies tell us about our data and how they protect it or what they can see or not see? This all plays in, again, to Agenda 2030, the digital legal identity. So they are trying to go for identities that are managed, verified, used digitally for access to our own rights and services. Okay, this goes back to what I said, if you step out of line with anything that the current regime in power or the global regime...
So this, you can't speak against the government. You can't have an opinion. That's all this shit is. All right, you own nothing, be happy, and whatever we do to you, you just gotta love it, and you gotta love it. And if you have a problem with it, we'll just cut you off, or
says is out of line. They can shut you down for access to bank accounts, to food, things like that. That's where we're going. This Apple digital ID is a major step.
Outside that the apostles and elders, great millstone, been saying these things. All right. Putting this on game, so we're not, ruled or how and scared. Because a lot of these people, even though they might be whistleblowers, they're scared. They don't want these things to really happen. I remember when I came in the truth, maybe 2-3 years in the truth. I remember I was a dude at my job, a young dude, the same age as me, around the same age as me. He knew certain things, this conspiracy theorists things. But he said, I hope these things don't come to pass. So even though some people know, all right, these things, they don't want it to happen, all right? Because they don't have faith. They don't have faith in Yahweh Shema Shai that he'll deliver them and protect them and have a hedge over them, all right? And call Shema Shai, he gave us that faith, and we have that faith until the end. So let's
actually
get back to
fully
the
replace physical IDs with digital. It's going to normalize this digital ID for so many normies who are just going to sign up and do it, right? It's so much easier.
Yeah, a lot
just
of
put
people are going to sign up and do it and be deceived, you know, because a lot of them, they don't have faith, you know, they don't have faith in Yahweh Shema Shah. They don't know what's going on. So once, you know, Esau threatens their livelihood or the daily things that you need to survive, they're going to buck up. Even those that know the Israelites, they're going to fold because they didn't build their faith upon that chief cornerstone, Yahweh Shah, who you call Jesus Christ. All right, it was just, you know, a thing to do. You know, it was not something. Oh, I'm building my house to withstand the cover of the wind and its judgment, or when the destruction cometh. It was just something to do. I have a, you know, so-called identity, or, you know, whatever lusty desires it was that made you come into the, you know, being an Israelite.
Put your identification onto your phone. So right now, Apple's digital ID remains privatized. It's device specific. It has limited scope for implementation. But again, this aligns in spirit with the broader Agenda 2030 digital ID control grid. These are incremental steps. They're not just going to put the cage around you right away. It's going to be little incremental steps. Get you used to little things piece by piece. And as you take those little baby steps, you get used to the cage being put around you. One more big step towards full-scale digital ID, where all
like
the individual's life history, info, data, their financial records, everything is all connected. It's not there yet, but again, this is another step towards that. These are the questions this raises. Will digital-only IDs become standard and people required to use them? We've seen this. This is what happens, right? We normalize something, it becomes a standard, and then all of a sudden it's forced upon us to that's the only way to do it from now on. Who controls the ecosystem and the infrastructure of this? Right now, it's a private corporation, Apple. But government has talked about doing this. And of course, we have the ever-present evil public-private partnership where the public entity, the government, gives permission to a private corporation to store all your data and manage all of this through government contracts, which is most likely what is going to happen. The government will partner with these big entities like Google, Apple, Palantir, you name it, these big AI companies to manage all of our data, connect all the railways together of the infrastructure that's being laid so that your one big massive digital ID, the culmination of one of the pieces of Agenda 2030, is all connected down with your past, your history, your financial records, your schooling records, your health records, everything. Go take a look at some of my other digital ID videos for information about this. The last question, of course, is what legal safeguards will there be to protect against misuse, data breaches, tracking, exclusion, or blocking from services?
These guys, they still think that their Constitution has has value. All right, your Constitution, as I think George Bush said, you can wipe your ass with it, man. All right, these Americans still think they have some type of rights. You don't have no rights, bro. It's over. All right, they've been putting things in motion where they can take that you don't have no rights. All right.
These kind of issues will come up before there's any kind of legal framework in place. And that's what's happening. This technology is moving so fast, they're pushing these incremental steps so fast that it won't give our legislative process time to catch up.
Like your government is down with it, all right? Your government is down with it. Your government is with the JJs, all right? The 1948ers are all in your government. They always been. Ain't nothing new, all right? They gave you a sense of hope, that you had your own power. They always in power, all right? They always was in power and always in control. All right, they just gave y'all a false sense of reality, all right?
Legislation that might protect each individual. This is the way that government will actually circumvent the law in order to control us through private corporations and our access to public services and private services. I would say the Apple Digital ID is a digital representation of a state or government issued identification. It's not yet connected fully to the full infrastructure and all the rail lines that they're putting together through these AI databases. So they can't quite shut you out of certain...
There, let's just go to Revelations 13. And this is a major prophecy, man. And I like to say through the spirit of Shema Shah, man, if your elder or your elder of your camp or your leader of your camp still doesn't know what's going on, doesn't know what is the MOTB, you need to run far away from them, man, and ask the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shema Shah, to guide you to the true teachers of GMS, and you come humble and listen, all right? So I want to bring out this precept Revelations 13. All right. Revelation 13. I might just do that. Revelation 13. Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls us all, both small, great, rich, or poor. And it's the beast system. All right. Free and bond to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. So it don't matter what is your status. All right. Everybody's going to be tempted. That's the hour of temptation. All right. That mark in the Greek is charagma, an incision. All right. All right, basically, you're saying that if you receive that mark, you're basically saying that you're a property of Esau, Edom. That no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark, so you won't be able to function in his new society, his new world order. And the name of the beast are the number of his name. Here's wisdom, let him that have understanding count the number of the beast. For it is the number of a man. His number is 603 score 6 and 6. All right, the universal product code that you see on these products, like the barcode, that's the number of the man, all right, the number of the beast, and the number of the man are the elites, are the ones that the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shah, gave only a little time to rule, all right? So if you take that mark, you're basically saying that you're property of Esau, Edom, and if you're an Israelite, you'll be unrecognizable and you'll be destroyed, all right? And I'm going to get the judgment for receiving the mark. Say, through the terror of the Most High we persuade men. Revelations 14 and 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark or on his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured without measure into a cup of his indignation. He shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and the presence of the Lamb. And that brimstone, the fire and brimstone is the intercontinental ballistic missile and the concentration heat for the mouth of the chariots. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they that have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image. And whosoever received the mark his name, so it's judgment. Or you're gonna be bathed in nuclear fire and concentration heat from the mouth of the chariots for worshiping the beast. All right, in a way of submitting and worshiping the beast and receiving his mark. The RFID chip, the mark of the beast.